Just recently, we went to Red Bluff to visit my cousin. He and his wife had relocated after retirement from the Silicon Valley to this farmland that he got. Well, his wife always loved horses, so they have horses. And look at this guy here. I have my camera, and I think these guys were like, take my picture, because they kept following me. And in fact, one of the horses, when I wasn't there, would kick the stall wall. But anyway, it was one of those family get-together. One of the things about Red Bluff, there wasn't really too much to see. Of course, it was mainly to see my cousins that I haven't seen in years. So that was great. Before we left, I found this place that sold rocks and jewelry. And you know me and rocks, I had to stop by. And it turned out to be the highlight of our trip. Of course, not counting the family get-together, that was a given, of course. But considering that there was really not much else to do, but I did find this rock shop. Some of this was from my childhood days, just collecting and buying a few odds and ends. Now I have gotten a little more sophisticated, but hey, these are still fun. Okay, a couple of the things that I found there was this fossil of the fish. And look at this cool one here. That little thing looks like a fly. When you go fishing, you use the fly. So anyway, I saw this and I said, I have to have it. Well, you're wondering, what am I going to do with this? Well, I have a 10-year-old grandson that's just getting into rocks. And I don't think he has a whole fish fossil, so I bought it. My granddaughter, she's going to be 8. She loves owls. And here's an owl. The lady there that sold me this said it was Jasper. Well, anyway, I thought these were really cool things, so I got them. And you're wondering, Hero, what are you bothering us with your grandkids stuff? Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. It was one of the biggest rock shops that I ever been to, and one of the things that caught my eye was this. This will be considered the Crysanthemum Rock. Now, I do suiseki, right? Suiseki is the viewing stone, and one of the prize type of suiseki would be the Crysanthemum Rock. Well, this one, as I was walking around the store, this one caught my eye, and I was going to get it no matter what. But one of the things about Chrysanthemum Rocks in the Japanese style is not like this. This one is too bold, too showy, and somewhat contrived. But it looks great, so I was going to get it no matter what. Okay, look closely. This is the white part. This is all natural occurring, and it's type of sandstone. And then, so the part that is not white, you can notice that it's gray. Well, I think what they've done was, one, they carved it. I thought it was rather nicely done. Represents the chrysanthemum plant. But this dark finish, it's black and polished. It almost looks artificial. In fact, originally I thought it was wood. And some of my students that have looked at this, they thought it was wood. But no, this whole thing is a stone. And they say it comes from China, and it is sandstone with this variation in it. So So this is considered the Crysanthemum Rock. And I thought it had a really nice presentation, all that intricate carving. But what I wanted to do with this chapter was explain to you the aesthetics. I'll show you what a decent Japanese approach to Crysanthemum Rock suiseki. Okay, what we have here is a chrysanthemum stone in the Japanese style. This one was my uncle's. Well, I guess by now you're familiar with my Uncle Taka. You saw his bonsai and things like that. Well, he was into suiseki too. And it seemed like nobody else in my family was really interested in these kind of things. So I ended up with them all. Here we go with Hiro's story again. Well, like I said, this belonged to my Uncle Taka. And then my aunt, well, she was an optometrist in Tokyo area. And well, she wanted me to have many of his things. So this is not the only suiseki that I got. But my aunt was barely like 5 feet, very petite lady. And she's lugging these, well, heavy stones to me. She also brought me the bonsai books, all the stuff that I like, that nobody else in the family seemed to want. So anyway, she puts it in a suitcase and lugs it over here once or twice a year. So anyway, I'm very appreciative of the effort that went through my uncle for collecting it, and then my aunt for bringing it to me. But you could see that the Japanese approach to suiseki is very different than the Chinese. Okay, not to say one is better than the other. In fact, I think in this country, or at least California, I think we tend to be closer to the Chinese taste, where it's big, bold, and somewhat splashy. Sometimes the subtleness of the Japanese approach is kind of lost. But anyway, so this one here is the chrysanthemum stone in the Japanese approach. Oh, if you're interested in why we value the chrysanthemum, well, the chrysanthemum seal is for the emperor. So anything that have anything to do with the emperor of Japan is revered. So that's why the chrysanthemum is sort of related to the emperor, so we try to collect. But just finding any rock with something that resembles a chrysanthemum, it could be a lifetime pursuit and never finding it. I believe my uncle purchased this one. Okay, so it was not about my family reunion, it was not about my grandkids, but the explanation of the chrysanthemum stone. These two represent the Chinese. This one that we've been looking at is really great. This other one here, well, early in my career, I found an event where they were selling these. And you know, when your budget is tight, you get the best you can. So you could see that this one here is not quite a great looking chrysanthemum, but that's what it is. Sometimes you just gotta come up with the big bucks to get the great product. Well, let's just say that as I get older, I could afford a little bit better things. But of these, I think this was quite expensive, because it's very seldom that you see a full chrysanthemum. A lot of times you get partial and things like that. But I'm very thankful that my uncle had, well, I'm glad that he had the same kind of interest that I have, and he purchased these. Anyway, so I'm gonna say goodbye, and hopefully you got a little bit out of this, a little short chapter on suiseki, or viewing stones. And I wanted to show you the distinctness between the Japanese approach and the Chinese approach. And I take no sides because I really like this chrysanthemum rock right here. And I know that it comes nothing near what a typical suiseki should be. But I saw this and I was not going to leave the shop without it. Okay, so this is Hiro saying goodbye. And if you should be in Red Bluff, this shop, there's only one shop that sells these stones and jewelry, and it's right off the freeway. So you should take a stop over there. But I'm not sure you're going to find another chrysanthemum rock like this because I only saw one and I bought it. Okay, so this is Hiro saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. I have a secret to share with you. As much as I like this, I'm going to give it away. You know my friend Dale, right? He's been helping and continues to help me, and he doesn't ask for much in return. And he and I both share a love of suiseki, or stones in general, because we make bonyua and Zen garden and things like that. So as much as I was not going to leave the shop without buying this, I was thinking about my friend Dale. Now, by the time you see this, I guess it'll be okay because he'll have it in his possession. But it was just one of those that I was going to get it no matter what. And I could keep it, but I'm getting to the age where I got to quit accumulating so many things. Besides, I owe Dale. So anyway, this is a gift for Dale. So anyway, hey, there's another one that next time I go there, I'll buy it and I'll keep it. But okay, so that was the big secret. See you again. Bye.